Ladies and gentlemen, it is Ask the Author Friday. Date of August the 21st. Ask the Author Friday is my weekly opportunity to have a nice little fireside chat with all of you about anything and everything. Sometimes even pertaining to writing or to authorship. But I'm forewarning you now, not much of that this week. If you have any questions for future weeks, feel free to hit the comments. If you enjoyed this or any of my other content, feel free to subscribe. Let's get after some questions. Your favorite iconic Disney live-action movie? Remember the Titans is more than an iconic Disney or any other franchise live-action movie. Remember the Titans was more than just a sports movie. On the surface, it has very much to do with race relations. You take away race relations, and it's still trying to teach us how to treat one another and how to come together as people. And I can name any number of the actors or actresses who absolutely sold their roles in that movie. Your favorite underrated movie? Not nearly enough people talk about this, and it's a gem. What movie is it? It's a little comedy from the early 2000s called Joe Somebody. Tim Allen played Joe Sheffer, Joe Sheffer. It's just a great, well-meaning guy. Constantly underappreciated and undervalued at his place of employment. An estranged ex-wife who doesn't care for him anymore. A devoted daughter who loves her father very much, and a man on a mission well into his adulthood to fight for the respects that he's due. Plenty can be said for Tim Allen's performance in Joe Somebody. The young lady who portrayed his daughter in said movie did a fine job as well. Admit it, we all have our celebrity crushes. I want to talk about yours from the 2010s. The 2010s. This isn't the 90s anymore. I'm not talking about Tiffany Amber Thiessen. I'm not talking about Amy Jo Johnson. The 2010s. There were two. Hayden Panettiere just barely edges out Jennifer Lawrence. Admit it, we all project the faces of actual people onto our characters, especially in general fiction. Have you ever just projected a female lead. Obviously, as the writer and the creator here, I'm usually the male protagonist, especially if this is general fiction here on Earth. The female lead. Yeah, once or twice I've projected the celebrity into that role rather than someone I actually know firsthand. And you get into a rhythm of writing by projecting how this scene is playing out. That is how you get into your rhythm of writing, just nonstop, until your imagination needs a break. We're talking about celebrities, so it's not like you know all of them. What are the top 5 celebrity deaths that hit you the hardest? The top 5 that hit me the absolute worst of all. Number 5 would probably be the Hulkster. I mean, I was born in '84, so I more or less grew up in a generation where Saturday morning cartoons ended with the WWF. I didn't really watch it at the time, but anyone and everyone knew who Hulk Hogan's character was. You can separate the on-screen persona from the person who he actually turned out to be and what later came to light. And I didn't really watch wrestling back then, but you cannot deny that he changed the name of the sport. He changed the name of the entertainment aspect. Number 4, Lou Scheimer was my childhood. I mean, he was the executive producer behind Filmation. I mean, we're talking the guy who put He-Man, She-Ra, Brave Star, Fat Albert on air. That's when I was a child. In my late 20s, almost my 30s by now, I didn't even know he had passed away until 2-3 years after the fact, and I don't even remember how I found out. So it obviously didn't hit me that hard. Number 3, John Irwin, literally He-Man, the voice of He-Man. Seems like it was December 23rd or something a couple years ago. I know it was very, very close to Christmas. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm going to cheat. And I can't help it. Because number two of the celebrity deaths that hit me the hardest, it is Robin Williams, is Chester Bennington of Linkin Park, is JDF. Okay, Jason David Frank, I need to be respectful. Because reasons. We had 3 famous We had three famous people right there, bang, 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 all struggling with their mental health, and it is a crisis, and they all felt that they didn't have the help they needed. Robin Williams started the conversation for me just for the many decades he put into making sure everyone else was entertained and making sure that everyone else felt joy and laughter. And who was to be the wiser? Number one celebrity death that is hitting me the hardest at the moment. Hayden Panettiere. And there's the Michelle Trachtenberg connection between the two of them as well. But this was my young adulthood. I mean, I was a teenager by the time Remember the Titans came out, and obviously I'm not watching the movie for her yet, but just watching her grow up on screen like that, from Cheryl Yost to Natalie Sheffer in Joe Somebody, to Brittany Allen, to Juliette Barnes, to, yeah, I think Beth Cooper was after Juliette. No, a little before, excuse me. It's neither here nor there. It's Claire Benson, if you watched Heroes. And then, but what hurts is if you listen to snippets of her memoir or have read her memoir. I've just heard snippets. Now posthumously, I've just heard snippets. Hollywood failed her. The same way Hollywood has failed too many child stars, and especially too many actresses. For the sake of making sure that their respective fan bases remain entertained. All right. We've been through this, and you just got done talking about, among other things, Robin Williams, Chester Bennington, and Jason David Frank's mental health. How's your mental health? As men, we don't talk about it. As men, we barely do anything about it. And what too many men do about it isn't the smartest recourse to make things better. It makes it worse and worse and worse until it's over. My mental emotional, spiritual health is still a constant work in progress. My physical health speaks for itself. This has been Ask the Author Friday. Date of August the 21st. And a happy 37th heavenly birthday to the beautiful angel, to our beautiful angel that was Hayden Pantinier. I'm Ken Sprindley. Have a great weekend.